Okay. What's going on, guys? Ziad here from Between the Lines. Big, humongous episode today. Um, and I'm excited for it. I'm
Dubs
just
across
excited
the
to talk
board.
about. There's one game in specific, of course.
It's been
Arsenal
a
Man City.
humongous weekend for me. Dubs in soccer, dubs in basketball. I'm moving
Very
high.
weak.
Yeah, Doncic to Lakers. Wassim is a Laker fan.
Yo.
Wassim, how do you feel?
Explain that in soccer
Yo.
terms. Doncic to
Okay, in
Lakers.
soccer terms. Okay, it's like, let's say, you'd get like, I'm trying to think of a player compared to Doncic. Like, Wassim, who would you compare him to? Like, I would say it's like one of the
Let's say
best
Saka.
players
Let's
in the
say
world.
Saka to make it easy.
Okay, let's say Saka at his age right now, and let's say if soccer is like trading, like you trade players, it's
Yeah.
not like buying. If you trade Saka for like, who's the other player? Like, say
Let's-
who's a
Anthony.
32-year-old?
Anthony.
De Bruyne. No. We'll say De Bruyne.
No,
because
De Bruyne. Yeah. No, but De Bruyne, but without injuries. Like if De Bruyne was healthy,
Yeah.
has his age right now at 34,
Yeah, he's declining.
and like trading him for a younger player.
Damn.
So and it's really bad because they also did a first pick, and they only got one of them, like a first pick draft.
Yo.
It's really bad. Like and also the worst part is they approached them. Like
Yeah.
Lakers didn't ask for this.
I saw that. Yo, so I saw a screenshot of like Doncic apparently posting his like call log. Is that real?
No.
Yeesh.
There's too many fake Twitter accounts. You got caught.
You got caught. It's a Central account. They do that.
God damn.
It's like a meme. They try to fake it to get you, and that has so
they got me.
many views. They almost got me too, by the way.
Don't worry, Sentinel got back us too. Our friend, he was sending me. He's like, Kyrie requested a trade. I'm like, no, dog.
Yo, they're beating
Yo,
this.
that account that actually gets everyone.
That's
That's the
hilarious.
funniest part. And they get a lot of views, and even they get people that are pundits. Like Stephen A.
No.
Smith has been
Like
gone into.
he like references them or something?
Yeah, but
That's
he thinks
insane.
they're real
Yeah,
because
that's
there's
insane.
another account. They're called. I forgot what they're called. Something Central, but they call themselves something Central. So it looks the same.
Yeah, I've seen
and they
that
have a
in-
huge following.
I've seen that on football Twitter, like with Sky Sports and like fake Fabrizio Romano accounts and stuff.
Yeah, to me, it's like almost going to get Yamal.
Yeah.
In soccer terms at the age, like let's say Yamal was 19, 20, maybe 21, and then you go for Yamal and you give him like Salah even. Okay, let's say Salah.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
AD is a really
wow.
good player.
Yeah.
Salah is elite. So what you want to do is they want to win now.
Yeah.
So I guess you bring Salah in to win. But the issue is what they traded for
Yes.
is shit.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
actually, yeah, I think Salah to Yamal but like Yamal older, not this young.
Damn, man.
We're a humongous club.
That's actually crazy. That's actually crazy.
Yeah, Lakers are pretty much like the city right now. Like they'll do anything. I'm sure the league wanted this because the views are
Yeah,
down.
I've suffered enough.
Are they
I
laughing?
get what I
No.
deserved.
Are Lakers
No, I
smiling right now?
genuinely think it's bad. Well, what was, no.
I'm saying, are they smiling right now? Lakers?
Oh,
Oh,
dude, they're
we're
smiling.
smiling.
Yo, no. This is the biggest trade ever. I
In-
think
in the history, right?
ever in history. Into the shock.
That's crazy.
Like the Lakers are smiling because Doncic is going to be elite. They need to do one more trade to get an actual center because they did lose their big man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, this is not about basketball podcast, but it's a good reference to like compare because I was having a conversation with Bander today.
Yeah.
And it was bad. It was horrible. But yeah, we'll leave it at that. It was a horrible trade, but a good weekend for Wassim. But overall, I mean, how was the weekend outside of just soccer? We can get into the games after.
You know, successful.
weekend?
Successful weekend. You know, I always forget what I do on weekends. I don't know if it's because I do nothing or if my routine's the same, or just
You
because
guys went out.
yeah,
Some
to
cheese
Abdullah's
curds.
house
Yeah.
to watch the Premier League.
Yeah.
But like, you know, weekends are weekends.
Yeah.
I can't complain.
That's something.
Weekends are just a recharge for another miserable 5-day week.
God damn.
Yeah,
Yo, the
exactly.
corporate world has us in handcuffs.
Walla handcuffs
motivated.
and chains.
We're motivated for the podcast. But yeah, honestly, I just want to get into it. I know it wasn't the first game, or it wasn't even on Saturday. It was on Saturday, or yeah, it wasn't on Saturday. It was
On Sunday.
Yeah, I want to talk about it first. That game was really good. And there's so much to talk about from both sides. But we have the Arsenal fan here, and I know there's gonna be so much controversial bullshit that's gonna come out of his mouth. But I'll take it because I have a lot to say too.
I am a normal, dedicated, non-diluted fan. Don't worry. It's just some propaganda is going to be told.
Listen, fair
Okay,
enough.
well,
It's a big win. Like honestly, from the perspective of the fan that supports that team, I can see why they're like going ham. I respect it. It makes sense to me.
Okay, but how about
I
this?
think
Let's go for the first goal if you want. Like, so we can like.
match wise, I think like we started off well. We started off the same way we started like I think in previous seasons, like against like Liverpool. We
20
started
minutes.
very quick. I think the issue though, like game wise, I don't think we blitzed them until honestly they scored the first.
Speak.
Like the first half was kind of we actually dulled out after the like we scored. We kind of went cautious that we scored.
Yeah.
And not much was created from both teams. Like honestly, we restricted City I think to like 3 chances only, and a lot of them just came from set pieces. Havertz like missed his like the chance to make it like the 2-0, but ended up he made up for it at the end, and it didn't cost us. Party we got like a good deflection off of it, but after that honestly we torched them. I think like their heart sunk the moment with the second goal.
You mean Zidane?
Oh,
Yeah, he played really well, but you know who else will play well? Rice, man. They killed it.
listen.
Yeah. This is the Rice I like.
Passing hard.
Listen, you guys
Arsenal
know what I
passing.
think about Rice. It's just people don't like to criticize these players. It's like when they criticize like Enzo, for example,
Yeah.
they just say, "Oh, the price tag." That's
Exactly.
the criticism for
Exactly.
Rice.
Yeah.
Or it's like, oh, they
why I
don't
don't
think
like
the
that.
one trait that he doesn't do. Oh, he's not a creator. Well, he's not.
Of course, he's not meant for that.
But like Rice actually had like a demonic game. Like our pivot actually destroyed their pivot of like Bernardo Silva and Kovac. They were
Listen,
just nowhere to be found.
Yeah, to be honest, what I noticed was also you guys really pressed really high. It's almost like they didn't respect, I think, the back line to pass the ball from the back, especially with Ortega. Like Ortega, man, had a disaster.
Our press, by the way, that's the one thing Arteta has done since coming in. And this is why I will not trade Arteta for any other manager. The way, the things that he changed at the club is like literally when Wenger came and changed some of the philosophies when he came in back in like 1996.
Yeah.
Because the team was just in shambles before Arteta come. And like the way we press, like here's the thing. Odegaard, I will take Odegaard over Ozil any day. Any day.
Yeah.
Because in this soccer time, you can't have luxury players. The way Odegaard prints him and Havertz, by the way, Havertz can get abused for finishing because that's his fourth straight, but everything else he does right. But like the way those two press the center backs and then the two wingers press the wide players, it helps also us congest the midfield with Rice and Partey too. So the way we press is actually very well, and this is some of the things Arteta actually has done since coming in, and we've been consistent in for the most part. The defenders pretty much all had a good game as well. Like Haaland only had one sniff. He finished it off, but like that's the one sniff he had, and he even have it on Gabriel. By the way, pundits can like make a big deal about like, oh, Arsenal players celebrating or why are they showboating, stuff like that. I like that, by the way. This is one thing soccer players need to do more often, like NBA players.
For
Talk
what?
shit. It's okay. Like it's okay to have rivalries, by the way. Gabriel, by the way, for example, Phil Neville for Gary Neville comments after the game. Oh, I didn't like Gabriel laughing in or screaming in Haaland's face.
Yeah.
If you fast forward to the game at 2-2, when Haaland threw the ball at Gabriel, he praised that, by the way.
Wow.
He said this is the part of the game that we need.
Okay, but oh, sorry. Can I say something? Okay, I agree with you. Okay, I do agree because I didn't like what Gabriel did. Not because it's a cunty. It's because dude, it's only 1-0. You know what I mean? Like, but I guess talking shit.
But he did it after the fifth goal too. Like after when Nieri scored, it zoomed back at Gabriel. He actually talked shit to Haaland too again.
I don't know why we have to talk about shit like that because like it's part of the game. People should.
It's part of the game. Or like the Lewis Kelly thing. Like they made it out of a big deal.
Okay.
Listen, the Lewis Kelly thing is like Haaland literally went to his face and told, "Who the fuck are you?" So Skelly scored and he did his celebration. It's okay to have that in sports, by the way. People won't survive back in the day the Real Madrid and Barca games.
Yeah, but see, the only thing I would say about Skelly's thing is that man, he did it for too long. It lost some aura, to be honest. Like,
it's his first goal. I think he scored at the top, his first ever goal for the senior team. So you might as well.
You know what? I'm all for the only guy in that Arsenal team that deserves to do all the shit he does and the way he reacts like an animal is Gabriel, because Gabriel plays that way, in my opinion.
Yeah,
apart a
I
bit of the
know.
other players, it's kind of forced. Like when they try to rile the crowd up and stuff. Like, what do you? That side I personally
Like
don't like.
Odegaard.
Listen, and I'm like, I'm down for my teams, my players talking shit. I back in the day, I saw Obi Martin push Koscielny in
Yeah.
the head, and I saw
Yeah.
nothing, just
Yeah.
disdain I had. But it's okay. I don't mind that for my players, to be honest. So it's not big of a
No, no,
deal.
100%.
But and I will give praise to like Odegaard, for example, like the shifts that he does. Even Kai Havertz. Listen, Kai Havertz is bad at finishing, and we can all agree on that. But like out of the strikers, since he came to Arsenal, the only three strikers that outperformed him are Isak, Holland, and Watkins. And like still, we create so many chances. And even this year, I know we're abusing Havertz a lot. But for example, last season, 51 matches, 14 goals. This season, 33 matches, 15 goals. So he did improve this season. He's still missing a lot. And like, for example, he should at least be at 20 already because of some of the chances that he missed should not be missed, like in the first half.
Yeah.
But he's improving. And I will defend him when I have to. The only issue that I have is like, and when I said it in the last episode that I was in, we have like relegation wise, our front three offensively are one of the worst. But the way Arteta uses them and how much work they do off the ball, that's underrated. Because even well, that's why I agreed with him not starting Wanieri, is because he hasn't gotten the work rate aspect of what Arteta wants him to do with tracking back. That he needs Martinelli and Trossard to be the ones on the right and the left. Because the way they defended and helped, so many times Savino was running on the counter, and it was Martinelli chasing him back, and he was the one defending him. So
Okay,
overall,
yeah, go on, Wasim.
yes, what is it?
No, no, keep going.
No, I was saying overall we had a great performance, but honestly, I think like up until they scored, that's when we went like levels above, and
Yeah.
that's the first time this season where I saw like my players smell blood,
Yeah.
and they actually didn't stop. They wanted the third, they wanted the fourth, and they wanted the fifth.
So here's the thing. I completely agree with you in terms of like out of possession, Havertz and all those guys grind and everything. But and I do like Arteta. And I said it last time before. Like I think he won me over. But the thing is, I'm not for a manager building a team that's demonic first out of possession. Like as a big team, as a team that wants to win trophies, you have to focus on you and on your build up and how you're gonna score goals. The important thing to me, in my opinion, is building a team that's gonna expose the opposition in front of you every single game. So with Arsenal, yeah, like long term, I don't want to keep seeing just because it's a big game that Nwaneri doesn't play. Eventually, like I don't. To me, as long as you're in the first team, your age doesn't matter anymore. I don't want to hear he's 17, 18, 19. Like you are in the first team, you're good enough to play. Then play the guy, and I don't know, get him up to speed in one way or another. And the thing with Havertz Wasim is, we spoke about this already. At Chelsea, why I love him, I always defended Havertz because same thing. Out of possession, he was an animal. But that only gets you so far as a club. Wasim, I know
because
you
on
guys.
position.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys
Yeah.
long term, you guys want to win game. I want to win trophies, not games.
Oh no, but this is why I want Isak in the summer, for example. I still think, and I low key not happy, but I'm like okay with us. I like missing on Ollie
Watkins,
Watkins,
100%.
which as of the point of this recording, like the transfer window is shut.
Yeah.
Ollie Watkins and Havertz have the same. Their worst trait is both finishing.
Facts.
So for me, it's like, what's the point? Essentially, you're getting the player. If you want to replace Havertz for a more clinical striker, then it's not Ollie Watkins. Will he improve our starting 11? Probably. Is it a big improvement? No, it's not worth the 60 million.
Yeah.
But Wasim, would you want Havertz to start in the team if you get Isak in the summer? Part of the midfield?
No, I would be starting. I would. It depends on what we do in the midfield area. To be honest, like if the Zubimendi deal goes through in in the summer, for example, because Rice's spot is automatic, and I don't think.
Odegaard.
And if we get Odegaard, is automatic too, and if we get Zubimendi, he's most likely starting.
Here's a start. Yeah.
So like Havertz will probably get the role on the bench. It's Jesus will be the one to take the bullet there. If they can sell him after the ACL recovery, that would be great.
Yeah,
But
Havertz could be a good player to bring on. Honestly,
But by the way,
a
like
a top player.
even
Yeah.
long term, like moving forward with again, like I think we spoke about this before. The way soccer's go, or the sport is going, bench players are not gonna be bench players, like because you're gonna be playing 70, 80 games a season, so they're gonna have their say. Like before, if you're a bench player, you are automatic, like you're not important. But now it's different.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a role Havertz gonna be like, oh no, I don't want to do this, because he's gonna play his games here and there, but he will have to accept that he will not be important in the league, because if you get Isaac, every game is fit, Isaac is starting. Isaac fits
Uh,
the profile if you're playing against a low block or against a team that's pressing high. Like he's not the guy that oh, he doesn't shoot this match.
Yeah.
Isaac shoots every
and
game.
that's the one main issue we had this season was, for example, when our players were in bad form, like the Trossard, Martinelli,
Yeah.
Havertz, Odegaard. There's no options off the bench. They had to go through their bad patches on the field.
Yes.
Like Havertz, for me, Havertz, it feels like he almost played every single game.
Yeah.
Like he actually doesn't like he's on that front. He's a machine,
And he
when it
runs a
comes to
lot.
that.
Havertz,
especially
man.
especially him and Odegaard. Like, and that's why like I've had horrific strikers before. So like, and I had so many luxury players like Aubameyang, Ozil, for example. Like I said, those players will not work
Yeah.
at the Arteta
Yeah,
system or the way we. That's why they had to get binned, for example.
Yeah.
So Arteta got people for his system. I think Wanier will start soon. It's just I think the one thing he didn't, for example, need him against City because we saw what Guardiola did against Chelsea.
Yeah.
So he wanted some tracking back from the offensive players like Martinelli and Trossard. So he needed them to start.
Yeah.
From City's standpoint, they spent 150 million plus in January and they still couldn't beat us.
200 million now.
Jesus.
And
Oh
now
yeah,
200
200 million.
2 million now. I
Yeah.
think this result also shows like a bit of weakness on Chelsea because this City team is actually dead.
Man, don't get me started on that game because like that game, Arteta. Here's the thing, man. No, I'm not gonna talk about this because I'm gonna go tactical with Maresca. I don't want to. Fuck Chelsea.
Okay. Focusing on the game.
Yeah.
I look at the first goal. They're trying to build up. It seems like the team is shaky in the back too with Ortega. Like bad game. Akanji makes a mistake. I feel like Stones honestly made a bad pass at the same time
See-
because maybe he chose the wrong one because they're pressing heavy.
But
Man.
Ziad, who would you want him to pick out?
No, it's like I would. Stones is so good with the ball that you wait and you take it to the other side and you wait because it seemed like it was almost rushed.
So here's my thing. Maybe like I mean I see that 100%. I see that, but man, genuinely, like I was watching again today, and Akanji is actually fucking brain dead because he actually did he turned into pressure. By the way, had he let the ball roll across his body and go the opposite way of where he turned, so instead of turning to the right, or sorry, to the left, if he had turned to the right, by the way, 4 Arsenal players are taken out of the press and Man City are on a big counter.
Yeah,
So
you're
again,
right.
I cannot blame
Yeah.
Pep for this. This is the build up they work on, and in the game he decided to take the wrong decision.
So this is where I'm like, yo, City. If you watch every game or watch every highlight, you'll see them missing a DM so.
Oh
bad.
yes. Oh yeah.
So in this situation with the Kanji, he was trying to roll the ball almost
Yeah.
with his toe. And I feel like he was expecting, or his natural, maybe past games in the last few years, that he just passes to Rodri or one of the midfielders. So I know what you mean. Like, you're actually right. Like, you just put it in my brain where he just lets the ball
I think
roll.
the one thing I'll blame Pep about that on that front is that with Kovac and Bernardo as double pivot,
Oh my
Kovac
God.
was left alone to dry, to be honest, half of the time.
Why does he keep
Like
doing
Bernardo was nowhere to be found in midfield.
You know what's funny?
And,
No, it's because Arsenal actually put out a really well organized press against Chelsea. Because against Chelsea, Kovacic and Bernardo Silva kept dropping in between the center backs, and they were dictating the shit out of that game. Arsenal didn't let them do that. Arsenal saw them do that against Chelsea, and they're like, it's not gonna happen. You press high, you get onto those players early in their own half, and you don't let them turn. And that's exactly what they did. City there was a chokehold on City. Arsenal did to City what City do to teams, by the way.
Yeah, 100%.
I think the one thing though, with Ortega, he's honestly so bad. Like I'm not sure if Ederson is injured or it's a statement from Pep, but I would put Ederson back in because I know Ederson has a mistake in him, but Ortega just doesn't dive. It reminds me of Oblak in a penalty shootout. He's just I know there's some deflection, but he just gives up on the ball.
I think the thing with Ederson,
I
go
blame
ahead.
3 goals.
Huh?
I blame 3 goals. Sorry, I blame
Really?
3 goals from Ortega.
I remember the one, the one from Skelly, the weekend. I remember that one. But
Yeah,
what
the
else?
weekend. Yeah, the weekend. And
When
then,
Yeri Loki gave up on it too, the one I pity him is the party one, but when Yeri, I was like, at least dive.
when Neri won, the Skelly. What's the other one? What was the first goal?
Was it deflect?
And the Havertz was from a tough angle, but I didn't see it from a keeper's perspective.
Oh no! Because he made a bad pass, but they didn't score. They didn't score.
But yo, honestly, when Yuri one was in the corner.
It was, but you gotta dive. Like it's obviously he's gonna go there.
No, I agree.
His feet were stuck in mud.
Yeah, legit, he actually was stuck in mud, and even the
was
Skelly
lucky.
goal, his hands were so weak, man.
Yeah, honestly, but yo, you know what, man? I really rate Savinho. I'm not gonna lie. Like To me,
I
just
told
think the
you.
team is doing bad.
I told
No, no,
you.
no. I've said it too. I said in the beginning too. I was like, listen, Savinho, even though he's going through a rough patch, I
Yeah.
still like the guy. He was
He's
always
a really
that
good
star
player. He's a
He's
good player in a shit
elite.
team.
Yeah, the goal that he exactly the goal that he scored. I mean, sorry, the assist he
Assist?
gave to Holland.
Nuts.
That turn.
Yeah.
In the
Zeiad
box?
with his weaker foot, by the way.
That was beautiful.
He turned on his right and crossed with his right.
That was
Listen, Mamouche
unbelievable.
got his first experience in a real Premier League game.
Yo, I need to
Listen,
fast forward to next summer
let's
with
see what
Marmouche.
happens.
Honestly, though, I'm not even saying this just to be biased, and I like the guy, but the only bright spark in that City team was Marmouche again, just like against City. Like, he's the one guy that's direct, he's the guy that's taking shots. By the way, like, this guy
Yeah.
just came into the team taking set pieces, give them 2 corners on a plate. Like, he is there. Thankfully, to me, the one thing I'm looking at, I'm like, thank God he's not ghosting. If he was ghosting, it would have been an issue.
I think the
Absolutely,
one
yeah.
person that goes and we can talk about it is Phil Foden.
Well, see,
He
Wallah, I
had
don't know if he
a
ghosted
woeful
or
game.
it was
Woeful
he
game.
thought he's an Arsenal player, by the way.
I think it's
Like giving the ball away and everything. Like he escaped with like I know like the thing is when City was picking up some points, they also played like some shit teams. So like
Yeah,
Phil Foden
including
was
Chelsea.
able to get some like goal contributions, but against us he was awful in chains.
Yo, you know what? Also, I got out of the game is that man, Trossard is better than Martinelli.
Oh, 100%.
Honest.
He's technical.
He's more direct. He's technical, more direct.
Yeah.
He can actually do stuff. He's more skillful. Unfortunately, Martinelli, I think Nwaneri is going to start on the right, and then you play Trossard.
Man, I won't lie to
I
you,
think
but... Yeah, go
and the
ahead.
thing is, same thing. Martinelli is the same thing with Havertz. To be honest, like I was more impressed with his defensive work than his like offensive work.
Yeah.
To be honest, like and that shouldn't be the case with players. Like realistically, that's going to be Saka's spot. The moment he's fit, he's going to be that spot is like undisputed. But like it was just Martinelli for me was his defensive work against Savinho especially. Like he helped out Timber a lot on the right side.
You know what I want Arsenal to do long term? I mean, it's probably not going to happen this season, but next season, it will be elite. I want Odegaard to play deeper. And I want Nwaneri to take Odegaard's position and Saka on the right. Because, by the way, Odegaard's elite. But I never noticed it until Zeiad pointed it out, and I cannot unsee it now. Odegaard is not deadly in and around the box. He can give you a couple through balls here and there, but he's not that guy to unlock like a defense, to be honest. Nwaneri
I can
is.
see him dictate a game. I can see him
Exactly.
dictate a game,
Put him in a
but
deeper
he's not
position.
a killer in final third.
But
player,
how
yeah.
many goals does Nwaneri score already? Nwaneri actually has like an eye for a goal. Like this
So-
guy on the edge of
so
the box
there's
is
a stat.
deadly.
There's a stat. So only 2 players under the age of 18
Yeah.
have scored more than 2 goals from sides from Europeans' top 5 leagues this season.
Yeah.
And that's Yamal with 10 and Nwaneri with 7.
Oh wow.
But Nwaneri has played 689 minutes compared to Yamal's 2,324.
Wow. Yeah, no, I'm
So
telling
he's
you, man.
fine.
Like for me, a number 10, I'm honestly you're a striker, but you are a guy that needs to be shooting and giving a bunch of through balls or linking up a lot on the edge of the ball. That's not
Yeah, because
Odegaard.
he can receive.
Yeah,
He can
exactly.
Receive the ball. Odegaard can receive too, by the way. I'm not shitting
He
on
can,
him,
he can, but
I just
Odegaard,
think he's a different player.
Odegaard is also a little bit like for a 10, he's a little bit like too safe. You know,
Yeah.
he turns away from pressure. He will always receive the ball. When he's back to goal, he will never do those half turns. That like I don't want to say Foden, but Foden does it a lot. He does it well. Odegaard doesn't do that. Odegaard naturally he's not a 10, and it's normal.
Yeah.
He's a really sick. He's an
Yeah.
amazing top
Yeah,
elite
yeah,
8.
10. But you know, the main doesn't have to be a pure 10, right? Like a lot of them are 10s. in the
Drifting
right,
inside,
you know,
exactly.
drifting,
Half
exactly, yeah,
space,
yeah.
like Saka on the right and this guy in the like between the right and the middle. That's it.
That's actually a good
Listen,
idea. I think
we
that
finally
works.
sorted our left back position. I don't think we're gonna have to buy any more left backs. So at least we can now focus on like other positions now. I think the one thing about Lewis Kelly is that I don't want people to still say, "Oh, let him play in midfield." Let's not do the Maitland-Niles thing.
Oh my
His position is
god.
on the left as a left back, and just keep him in
People need
left
to
back.
understand that
Niall.
reserve football, under 18 football, is not men's football. Like
Yeah.
you're a left back,
Yeah.
by the way. Forget midfield.
Like I know he like when he came out of like the academy, he was a midfielder. But hey, you had to play in left back as an emergency, and it turns out you're good. So and he's been playing that for the whole year. So
Man,
there's no reason to like change.
people that haven't played the game don't fucking understand what midfield is. By the way,
You can't count Twitter, man. You don't.
do you know?
Twitter is just-
Yo, you put that kid in midfield. Like what you see in Skelly
get
will
killed.
disappear. He'll get killed exactly.
Yeah, yeah. It's like Arnold, but obviously
Exactly.
Arnold's different level.
But yeah, but like
I think But overall, the game, I think the most important part was the 3 points. Honestly, I don't want to be dragged in a top four race.
Yeah. You guys are
Overall,
not. You're not.
because like we do also have a couple of tough games like back to back. We have I think not in the upcoming Premier League games after like 2 games we have like Nottingham Forest away, which will be tough, and then United away is still going to be a tough game.
Yeah.
So like as long as we stay afar, because honestly I'm not even looking at Liverpool to be honest. It's just
Really?
the
I was
one
gonna
thing
say
about
6 points
Arteta.
behind.
But with the game
The
ahead.
one thing about Ar-
Yeah.
Yeah, the one thing I will say about Arteta, for example, is that I don't know. This is, I think, 4 games in a row. City hasn't beaten us. I can't tell you. I think the last time that happened was probably like early 2000s. That's how bad it is. And I spoke with Nana before about like we actually don't lose to top 6 teams anymore. I think our issue, however, is the fact that we're getting 2 out of 6 points from a shit Brighton team, for example, or dropping like points from a 2-0 position against Aston Villa. Against top teams, we have been very well organized, and that's something that for the past 10 years I've been in the trenches from it.
But
before
Wasim,
Arteta left.
but Wasim, the 100%, that's a good point. But at the same time, I think the only way you can actually ever win a big trophy is win those small games, because again, the big teams are not the hard in my opinion, the big teams are not the hard teams to beat or get a result against, because those teams are open. They'll come at you. They'll let you play your football. It's the guys that you can't break down on a low block that make you play side to side. That's where the problem comes in. It's not hard to motivate your players for a big game. It's not hard to try to score goals against a big team. It's always like, as
The
much as we're
smaller
watching the
teams,
sport, it's
100%.
the small teams, man. Those are the teams that
Even
you
Oh
have to know how
no,
to beat.
and the thing is, I won't blame some of those losses on Arteta. To be honest, like the Brightons, like don't get me started on red cards and penalties, and like every other game, I
Yeah.
think it was just individual mistakes that cost us in those games. But like against like we finally solved the issue with like I used to go to away games saying we lost.
Yeah, I remember that actually. I remember that.
For example,
I
and
remember
home games, you know what? If we play good, maybe we'll get a draw at least.
that. Yeah.
Like, and like City and Liverpool used to be automatic. We're losing both games, for
Yeah.
example.
This is the first
So
time you
like,
guys beat City, I think, right? Under Arteta at home?
uh, we know we beat them last year, the Martel deflection goal.
Oh, true. At the end, yeah, right.
But like before that, like City home or away used to be automatic. Like the last 3 years of Wenger, I would say, with like the Emery years, they were horrendous. I saw Emery, for example, concede 32 shots to a Watford team away. By the way, I was in the
I remember
doghouse.
that.
What a random stat.
Delafeu, by the way. Delafeu.
But like I tend to have brought me life, to be honest. And you know, I told you like I said like, oh, I wouldn't want him after outside top four, but I knew that wouldn't happen, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I'm loving life right now.
Yo,
And
if
that
you
was-
wanna
Six
see the head-
baby, incoming.
Who?
If you want to see the head-to-head, for who?
I don't
No,
know.
I said phase 6 incoming.
Phase
Phase
6.
6. But yo, if you want to see the head-to-head, and go to FootMob and click on head-to-head, and you'll see like before 2023 probably.
Yeah.
It's all City domination, and they'll just win every single game.
Yeah.
I don't see a tie.
No,
haven't seen a
I
tie
know.
yet. Still scrolling. It's crazy. So listen, people are getting shit on Arsenal fans for over celebrating. This is a big team that took down, man, and unfortunately they've been getting
Here's the thing.
absolutely cucked by this team.
We get gaslighted a lot, to be honest. Like, listen, the thing is, if you see some people like taking pictures at the stadium celebrating and win, by the way, every team does that, by the way. It's just they just focus on some weird people and be like, oh, this is the fan base. Like the guy that like from AFTV that put like that was wearing the Stay Humble jersey.
Yeah.
That brother's just weird. It's
Yeah.
okay, but like it's just normal to celebrate.
Yo.
It's just for some reason pundits also focus on Arsenal so much when it comes to like gaslighting if players
You
complain.
guys
By the
are
way, they made a
humongous. You guys are humongous.
they made a big deal about like us like surrounding Oliver last game for his mistake, but people surround the referee every game. By the way, City can probably post like 10 different pictures from the same game of them surrounding a referee.
Man, for me,
And
it's just like the Arsenal fans on social media, they make me fucking cringe sometimes. Like, wallah, I woke up today, I thought game week 38 has finished and Arsenal won the league. I'm telling you that right now. I thought Arsenal won the league. I'm like, where's the fucking trophy? Like, I'm not against celebrating that win. I'm telling you 100%. Last year with under Poch, we were 6th or 7th, and there was a game against United where we won it in the last second, when the 4-3, and I celebrated like crazy. But like, guys, you need to understand, celebrating a win is different than celebrating a fucking trophy.
Yeah, but they haven't won trophies.
Exactly.
They're-
So like,
they're
but they
saying
talk
don't
like they
know.
do. That's the issue.
not-
They talk like they
Yeah,
do.
this is
And
what
for
they-
them, for them to go attack Holland and go at Holland Twitter and Holland's dad tell him stay humble. Yo, this is what like at the end of the day, this is what Holland meant by when he said stay humble. Like niggas talking like they have won shit before. You haven't won anything. You generally have not won anything.
No. The stay humble thing is, by the way, getting out of context. Because, like, Haaland, by the way, said it to Arteta for no reason, by the way. Arteta was just walking away. I don't know what his Haaland's beef is, but listen, he can score his, like, random one goal against us. Gabriel hasn't been chained in the last 4 or 5 games, by the way.
Yo,
My man we'll
there's
play
a
them
reason
next year.
Holland plays
I
on
hope-
Saliba. There's a reason Holland plays on Saliba. Saliba's the weak link in that back.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna say,
hope in a miracle, City makes it out of the Madrid just so that we can possibly get them. I hope we're on the same side of the UCL table as them.
I mean, if this new signings click and they beat you guys,
But yeah,
I don't
also,
wanna go
like-
back to this episode.
We have to be real. That's hilarious. But we have to be real. Like this is the worst City side in what? Since their takeover, to be honest.
Since the first year of Pep's. first
Yeah,
year of Pep
I
was
guess
really bad,
2016.
really bad.
Yeah, 2016. But
We
like,
got top
yeah,
4.
yeah,
It was bad.
true. But I mean, like
Yeah.
you know,
Too many players are finished at City. I like there's not enough.
it's transitioning.
It's transitioning. I don't think
Yeah.
even like I think they will struggle next year too. I mean, I could be wrong, but like there's too much transitioning happens because a lot of like finished players, a lot of like average players.
But you know
And,
what they're
like,
doing well? Like it looks like they're bringing in like a mix of young players, but they're also mixing them in with some experience. Like Marmoush isn't young, he's 25, 26. They have Foden at that age, 24, 25. But then they're also buying that center back and the left back that are young. Like I'm honestly, man, I don't like Pep is way too elite to have another bad year, man. Pep is too elite for that, in my opinion.
And it's normal to have a decline.
It
too,
is.
man. You
By the
just-
way,
they won
he
5
hasn't
titles.
had one. It's been 8 years. He never had a decline. We've been waiting for this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we've been waiting for this. So it's like, it's normal. I do agree that I think next year will be better. I don't see them winning the title,
No.
but they will be better. I think the title is done for Pep, and then he'll go to maybe Spain or something. And then
International football. He is finished at the highest level.
international. I want to see Mourinho with him, international.
Oof.
That would
Yo, they're gonna
be-
bring interest to the international game now.
Oh, 100%. If he has to coach Portugal. to be
Yeah.
honest.
Portugal and yeah.
That's it, honestly, from me. I don't know if you guys have anything else to say.
All I'm
about
gonna say is
Arsenal.
North London forever. Shout out Arsenal. They put us in 4th today, by the way.
Yo, City got humbled back to 5th.
Wallah. Listen, I've been telling Bander, by the way, we were under them, and I said, placeholder FC. You're only there until we play our games. You are not a finish ahead of Chelsea. It's not gonna happen.
Dude, you guys are flip flopping. You can't say that now.
I'm telling
they
you,
might get ahead of you.
We're dumb and dumber, by the way. Chelsea and
Yeah,
City.
legit.
Clowns.
Listen, we can talk about this game, but it's gonna bother me because I didn't triple captain him. But Salah, Liverpool, 2-0 to Bournemouth. I don't understand how Bournemouth didn't score. They had so many chances to
Yo.
actually score.
They bottled.
Yo, the Clivert miss at 1-0 was criminal.
Carbon
the
copy
many
of the one
opponents.
against City earlier. Oh no, that was Adam
Yeah.
Smith earlier in the season though.
That was someone else. Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw the clip.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
so here's the thing. I just want to say something about this game, okay? Because ever since this whole like we always talk about this, but I think it's always important to talk about this because the whole Salah thing of Salah is only effective when he scores or assists. Again, 2 goals. Salah scored the penalty. Salah scored that curler. What happens on those 2 goals? What's the result? I want to understand.
But no. Okay. You why do you say that like it's a bad thing? Like, don't make them delude you to thinking that's a bad thing though. Even if he is, say he's bad like the other parts of the game.
Yeah.
So what?
No,
Like he gets you the stats.
that's
and
what I
gets
will
you the
always
game.
question. I want to understand. I genuinely question it because I want to understand the other side. How can you sit there? And by the way, especially as a fucking Chelsea fan, when you have Madueke and Sancho on the wings, especially as a Chelsea fan who has wingers that cannot put the fucking ball in the net, how can you fucking poverty fans, look at Salah and tell me, oh my god, man, he's only scoring goals and he's only assisting? What are you saying? He's putting up numbers, by the way. What are you saying?
Yeah.
I would love to understand what you're saying. I would want to fucking choke these people, by the way. God damn, they trigger me.
I think what I'm understanding from them is that they think that because he's not doing anything, or now he's not dribbling, taking people on,
Yeah.
creating chances. I mean, he is creating chances a lot
Yeah.
throughout the game. But to them, it's like, I think some sort of fan base, I think maybe it comes from the Messi Ronaldo era.
Yeah.
Where they're like, oh, Messi doesn't have to score or assist to have a good
To
game.
play well.
But again, that's Messi,
That's
right?
Messi.
Like, we can't, yeah. So I think with Salah, I actually do agree. He's not the best player overall throughout the whole
For
game,
sure.
but he'll have five key moments
Mm-hmm.
where he'll give you a through ball or he'll have a chance to score, and that's all you can ask for an attacker. So again, you can't put the expectation of Lionel Messi or again even Hazard. By the way, Hazard couldn't do both.
No, no, no.
Hazard, yes, throughout the game he'll do a couple dribbles, maybe make a pass, but was he scoring a lot? Was he assisting a lot? He was nowhere near
No,
Salah.
Hazard had
So
one
if
good
you're gonna
season.
pick a team, who are you gonna take? You're gonna take Salah.
Exactly. Like, by the way, Hazard, I remember his highest scoring season was 17 goals, and oh my god, these guys were creaming over
Yeah, crazy.
like a
I
fucking
know, I know.
like yo. By the way, he's an attacking player. This is expected. Lampard hit 15 plus every single season from center midfield. By the way, center fucking midfield.
You
So
know,
for
Hazard's expectations were low, really low.
they were low. You know why?
Really.
Because he was aesthetic.
Yeah. 100%. I agree with you. Aesthetic take you a long way.
Delusion,
Like even
man.
if you look back, Ronaldinho again was efficient player because he won a Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
But again, he was an aesthetic player, and unfortunately nowadays that's not something that's counted. Like Hazard, in my opinion, these days will be like, even though he'll kill it, he'll be a good player, but he's just people would not want him like the
Listen,
big teams.
Hazard
You
these
want a
days,
Salah.
in the eye from Everton, Hazard these days is competing with Eye. By the way, on the left wing for Everton. Okay.
Yeah, stop.
Yeah. What do you mean stop?
What did he do to you?
He didn't do anything. He didn't do
Yeah,
anything
he
to me.
hasn't,
But I'm telling you, no,
Go watch
Ziad.
14, 15 Hazard. Go watch dribbling.
Ziad, I watched him. I watch every Chelsea game. You need to understand something. This guy, for some fucking, I don't know what it is. I'm not gonna say I hate him, but I could never, ever in my life, I never loved Hazard. I don't know why. You know why?
Really?
Huh? But you know why, actually? It's because I grew up on Mourinho and we grew up on winning. So when Hazard was there dribbling and side to side shit that looked cool, I was like, yo, fucking do something. You know?
Okay, but it looked cool. But I think he just was not good enough to finish. He didn't have technique or didn't have the.
He wasn't a killer.
A killer mindset.
He's
He
not
wasn't a killer,
decisive.
yeah,
He
man.
wasn't decisive. Some games he was. But yo, I just wanna like I would love for someone to tell me one off the bat Hazard memorable Champions League performance. It doesn't exist. I'll tell you that right now.
Against Bate.
Bate Borisov?
The nice goal he scored.
I know exactly what you're talking about, by the way.
Yeah. But I actually can't think of one. Like, what's the biggest game he scored in Champions League? Again, but thing is, no, people will say to you, you can't measure players on that kind of stuff. Like it has to be more on the player.
And there's a
Maybe
reason.
the team prep.
And there's a reason we never won a Champions League with Hazard.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say. We've never won a Champions League with him. We never came close to winning one, man.
Yeah, I think the debate is now dumb because Salah, come on. I'm sorry, I love Hazard and I enjoyed watching him and he was an amazing player, but Salah took him 2 years ago,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not by the way, I'm not a stat man. I don't like stats usually, but when the guy is doing it game in, game out,
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
winning games and winning your Champions League, you can't debate that.
He gives you no room to argue. It's true.
Like people have to use numbers in a smart way. You can't dismiss numbers completely, or you can't go full in with numbers.
Yeah.
You have to kind of be in between. Be like, okay, why? I think context matters. How is he scoring? If Salah, by the way, it was scoring, maybe tap-ins, far post,
Yeah.
and Robertson is the greatest left back in the world, giving him every through ball or pass. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe like what context-wise he doesn't score the best goal, but Salah scores amazing goals.
His goal catalog is
links
actually
up.
nice. It's clean.
Yeah. So stats you gotta use with both your eyes and stats. That's why you gotta watch football. You can't watch highlights. You
Exactly.
gotta watch and see stats.
But yo, by the way, I don't know if you know this or not, but like at home, I was never, ever, ever in my life, ever, when Salah went to Liverpool, a Salah fan. I always just like, I'm like, whatever, he's good. Like, he's a good player, he always this and that.
I remember.
But I
You
started,
weren't like humongous.
no, yeah, I started appreciating him more the older he got because I'm like, yo, you're a fucking machine.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, I honestly, even hearing him talk, like I watched
Exactly.
interviews with him,
It's just top mentality.
seems like he has a mentality to improve every year.
Yeah, I love it.
I like that. I like that too. I mean, holy fuck, man! This team, like, I don't know if I want to talk about them anymore. United. Crystal Palace.
United!
Yo,
Listen, all I'm gonna say about United is Amram had 13 games, 14 points. David Moyes at Everton, 4 games, 12 points.
Didn't we all predict that he's gonna not do anything special when he comes in? Like, didn't we know
No,
this?
no, no. We thought the mentality, Portuguese,
No. What do
mentality.
you mean? Hoyland was gonna turn into Gyökeres from
I
Sporting.
won't lie to you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The only thing I thought he would do is transform Hoyland. But in terms of results, I learned too much from last year's Poch. By the way, this football gets you fucking nowhere. And by the way,
Yo,
this jokester,
yeah, go.
this jokester,
Yeah,
played Mainu as a false nine. Now
I
tell
saw, I
me,
saw that.
who's your finisher and who's your chance creator in this whole fucking 11? No one.
Yo, when I saw the lineup, I started laughing. I said, "I swear they're not scoring," and I expected them not to
That's
score.
actually
I didn't
hilarious.
know if they're gonna lose or tie, but I was
The
like,
thing
"They're not
is,
scoring."
compared to the other game, I would say honestly though, like the first half, United should have been up like 2-3 nothing, but that team just doesn't have any finishers,
You know,
and then Crystal Palace has capitalized, to be honest.
and
And
you
like both goals, Maguire was at fault. Martinez is now injured, so they're gonna have like 3 lampposts in the back, and it's gonna
Oh
just
my
continue.
god, it's gonna get worse.
It's
but
gonna be the 3 lampposts: Euro, Delict, and Maguire.
Ew.
you legit. Yo, listen.
Listen.
I'm gonna say I'm so fucking happy. If I ever wished an injury on someone, it's Lissandro Martinez. It goes around and
For
comes
me,
back
it's,
to you.
don't worry.
Why?
It's Sandro for me and Bernardo Silva.
The dirty, yeah, they're the most
Yeah, Bernardo Silva
some dirty
against
players.
Arsenal, by the way, actually triggered me.
Yo, go watch Bernardo Silva against Salah. By the way, every fucking year.
Yeah, yeah,
He wants
yeah.
to suck
He's
his dick
such
or
a little
something.
bitch.
He's a little fucking rat.
Yeah, he's a rat, and how he does it too is dirty. It's
Man,
not even like.
I don't know how footballers have so much composure. I'm telling you,
I agree with you. I said to my, because I was watching it with Senna,
yeah.
and I was like, saying, Wallah, I would slap the fuck out of him. Wallah, I was so pissed, by the way. Like, she kept hearing me say, like, cussing him out. I was like, I would slap him right now. I swear.
Wallah, yo, I'm
I
telling
don't know how
you,
you could do it.
if I was a professional footballer, my career would last my debut. My first day, I'm not kicked out of the sport. I'm gonna go to jail for what I'm gonna do. I might kill someone on that pitch. Bernardo,
It's bad.
well, I'm taking my
Yeah,
cleat off and smashing his head with it.
Yeah, he kept, like, who did he bug? I think it was Lewis
And
Kelly.
he kicked the ball on someone, didn't he?
He kicked Trossard after the whistle.
Yeah, kicked Trossard. And by the way, like, I don't know, man, jokes. But
Yeah, I
But-
agree.
With United, the thing is, generally because of how bad the bottom teams are, I think like they won't sack Amram because they're gonna see no point in it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's gonna last because at the end of the day, if you're gonna be bad this whole season, you're anyways adding pressure for yourself on the next season because you better start well.
Amram only gets half a
Yeah,
season.
exactly.
He only gets half a season next year. These owners don't have
No,
patience.
no, that's the issue, though. Again, we're doing this. They're so dumb. They don't learn. They
Thing
don't
is,
learn.
on top of like bad investments, I swear to God, like the managers once they go to United, their level just drops. They just stop fighting with players. Like Ten Hag wanted to fight with Ronaldo. Here, Amram is gonna pick the fight with Rashford. They're just gonna like I don't know. I'll give Amram maybe till December next year.
Yeah, but Ziad, he does need half season because he does need the summer transfer window, and unfortunately, he won't get all the players he wants, but he'll get some of his
Yeah.
players. And listen, man, like every time I talk to Omar tells me, "Yo, man, like it's the players, the players." I understand you have shit players. Don't get me wrong. I understand you have incapable players, but guess what? These are Premier League players. These are players that have played around Europe, and you can barely win a game with them at home.
Exactly.
To Crystal
Yeah, yeah,
Palace. You got dominated by Southampton 2 weeks ago. Like, this is a trend. His football is so fucking abysmal, man.
It could be a Yorda thing for what I'm saying right now, but I feel like they just need to invest in some good English players. Like all their new signings, since like Maguire, I think, unless I'm missing someone, all their signings are from abroad.
Oh, like you mean
Like
through the
they
Premier
might-
League?
Yeah, from outside the Premier League. Like they might need to make some investment, but like invest in some Premier League proven players.
Oh, yeah. I
Because they
mean,
just keep, like for example, Ten Hag just shopped through Ajax's like team, and now I'm assuming what Amram's pull is going to be Sporting's team.
yeah.
They just keep buying players from the old teams, and some players just not going to be good in the Premier League.
I
We
might-
saw what Anthony was.
Yeah, exactly. And by the way, like, to play his kind of football with, like, strictly, like, wing backs that gotta go fly up and down, and 2 CMs, by the way, that have to control a game, against every Premier League team, by the way, plays with 3 CMs, or whether it's, like, 2 defensive midfielders and an attacking midfielder. Amram, mashallah, plays with 2 inside forwards and 2 center midfielders. So, like, you gotta find the perfect, like, factory-built player, perfectly built, to suit your system, to make you play this football. And you
Yeah,
will
like,
never
you-
find that player, so you're not gonna go anywhere, so you're gonna get fired, you fucking Portuguese bum.
Dallo and Marzouari, we could see it won't work from game 2. under Amram.
I mean, they signed a
Yeah.
left back from the French league, Dorgu. A lot of teams wanted him, but I don't know if he's good or not, to be honest.
Thing is,
Nah.
United, okay, a good stat, like, because he was giving Amarim shit and United shit, but Amarim, since he came to United, has moved from 13th place to 13th place in 13 games.
Oh, so that's
So,
it.
Consistency.
you
Consistent.
gotta give him props.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah,
Respect.
this club is a comedy show. Like, okay, but no, you know how you're like, I agree with you. They have to give him the summer, of course.
Yeah.
But they've been doing that with every
No,
manager.
I
They
know.
give him half the year, get the summer, and watch. I swear to God, if they make the same mistake and he goes aside Sporting players and goes signs Portuguese players, I swear they want to make this club go into debt and go get relegated.
I don't
They're
think.
already in depth. They can't fix the stadium. There's a rat problem.
Yeah, legit. But yo, like the
So,
issue is another problem is like who's like realistically who's gonna go to United? I personally just think of the top of my head, I can't think of a single player that went to United maybe since like I don't know 2012 or 2015 or something that has improved at United. Every player's career has died out,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
United and Spurs are gonna have the same problem. They're not even gonna have like Europa League. They're gonna have nothing next season.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
People might as well go to Newcastle or Nottingham Forest. It might be like a better destination.
Nah, you're not lying.
No,
Wasim.
their scouting is really bad, man. Like, even if you look at the transfers, it's just, yeah, I guess United, bring players, but like the players they bring in, I look at that and I'm like, why?
I don't
it
know.
just doesn't make sense. Xerxes, man, still to this day, why? I sure he looks good in clips. I swear they watch clips. That's all they watch.
To be honest with you, like I actually feel sorry for Xerxes, but I understand that Serie A is different. It's weaker and it's slower. But I
Yeah,
actually watched
it
a lot of him there last year with Motta for Bologna, and I thought he was a really good player. But again, like it's a league that suited him. He's not a quick player or whatever,
The
you
league
know.
needs to him exactly, and like what Sim said, you're not just bringing English players. In my opinion, bring English proven Premier League players.
You
Yeah,
need
at
it.
least to play in the Premier League.
You need it for
Like
stability.
you get Euro, you get Delict, you get Mizrahi, you get Ugarte. Like all these players are decent, good players in a superstar team.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
like especially in Bayern and
Or,
PSG.
or half of the team played in the Dutch league. Like not all of them are gonna like perform in the Premier League.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there's levels, man. Premier League is a different level. You have to accept that. Something
Even in the
that's always done.
goalkeeping position, like honestly, even before like Onana came, honestly, De Gea saved them so many games.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know they want to give De Gea abuse,
No.
but they downgraded in that position so bad. De Gea would save them so many times.
Listen, the downgrade. I personally never understood why they're trying to force him out. Apparently, Ten Hag had like he was on his last patience with De Gea before that cup final when like he messed up against Man City, but De Gea was the best player at that club, and like if he would come back today, he's still the best player at that club. That club has been regressing for 10 years straight, man. It's hilarious.
It's all the devilish things they did. I swear.
I'm so happy. You have no idea.
Back in the day with Ferguson,
That club I have no
They must-
sympathy for whatsoever.
they must have done something. But at least on some good news, Chelsea won for you. That's good news for you. I don't know.
Unmoved.
Not for me, really. But nasty
Yo,
game.
that game, yo.
Okay, I have a
Uh,
question for you guys. Snooze fest. I agree, but before we even talk about the game, what the fuck are you supposed to do against a team that parks the bus? How do you want a team to play attractive football against a team that parks the bus? All you can do is move them side to side and try to penetrate. There's no way. Attractive football comes from going end to end, box to box. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh,
give,
no way, that's half of our games.
yeah,
I've seen this, don't worry.
I don't blame a team like that. I
Yeah.
mean, like, because Chelsea for me, I honestly not just because I'm a Chelsea fan. Like, I will be honest. Chelsea for me plays some of the best football in the league, and we've been seeing some of the best football from Chelsea this season. In transition, in possession, anything you want. It's just that today, oh my god, fucking West Ham set up with
Yeah,
five
they
at the
brought-
back, huh?
Yeah. 5 in the back, yeah.
Five in the back and just like trying to be compact and break. They had no striker, man. Their front three were who? Bowen, Kudus, and
Soler.
someone else. And Soler, yeah, like
Soler.
their three attacking midfielders are wingers. Like they didn't want to come at us. They depended on a mistake. Now Graham Potter is smart because he knows Chelsea are not efficient in possession. He knows what we're gonna do. Give it wide to the wingers, try to go 1-on-1. He's gonna double team us. If they win the ball back, they're gonna break and go. Which basically is how they got the turnover. I think someone lost it, and then Cole had the ball, played a bad back pass, horrific back pass, by the way,
Yeah.
and they broke onto it. But my issue is, listen, I will always love Enzo Maresca. Enzo finally is the first manager that brought standards to Chelsea. This is the first time in 4 or 5 years where Chelsea win a game and actually don't celebrate it because he brought standards. Now you expect to win and expect to win convincingly, and come into a game like this and win 2-3-0. By the way, comfortably.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, at home especially.
Exactly. Like he actually brought the standards. It didn't come from nowhere. Like last year, until last year with Poch, I was celebrating games like the one against United when we came back 4-3, or like I was celebrating the 4-4 draw with City. Those were games I was celebrating. But now he actually gave us standards. Like okay, like there's something to build on. But my issue is, I don't want to say he's stubborn because to be honest with you, today Enzo impressed me finally. Early subs, the profiles we needed. Like today, he actually did something I was asking, begging for. He bought on Neto, the crossing merchant, with a box presence in Mark Gu. And oh my god, we started spamming the ball in the box, and guess what? You caused chaos with crosses, and we got the 1-1 through a cross. Like Gu attacked the ball, it fell to the back post, a couple ricochets. Enzo shoots it, and Neto's there in the box. You know, Mark Gu gives you that shit, and I've been wanting this guy to start for the past couple of games. He's a demon. Like I absolutely love this kid. But what's it called? Yeah, but legit, man. La Masia doesn't miss. But what's it called? Like my issue is with Enzo. You saw them line up with a back five. I'm in London, Ontario, by the way. I shouldn't see how you should line up. I saw the way we're going to line up. I saw I'm going to invert our fullbacks and keep the wingers wide. I was like, Wallah al-Azim, I knew. I thought we were going to lose before when it was 0-0 still. I'm like, we're going to lose. They're going to score a disgusting goal. That goal came.
Yeah, they did.
And that goal came, exactly. Did I expect? By the way, no part of me, genuinely, no part of me, even when he made the sub that we needed, I didn't think we were going to score a goal. I thought it's done at that point. Somehow, we fought back, thankfully. But I hope he learns that at this point, it's not about, like, you got to be flexible a little bit with tactics. Like, the way you switched it in-game, sometimes you can start with a different, like, idea of what you want to do. You can stick to your philosophies and how you want to play it, how you want to pass it around.
Yeah.
But you got to start with different fucking patterns, man. Enough of this. By the way, Chelsea's so predictable. You know it's always going to go to the wings, and he wants his wingers to go one-on-one. And those wingers will always get double-teamed. So, like, change it up a bit, man. I'm getting tired.
Yeah.
I'm getting so fucking tired.
Yeah, so wait, Jorgensen 2 is starting? That's it?
Yeah, but, like, you know, he defended against Sanchez in the press conference. He goes, like, he's like, Sanchez needs a little bit of rest, so now it's time for Jorgensen to step in. The thing with Jorgensen, man, is he doesn't give you those shaky moments in net. Like, you know, he's very solid. He's really good on the ball, by the way. Distribution's elite. But in the air, on corners or crosses, I'm scared. I won't lie to you. Sanchez, the one thing about him is we don't concede. I think we're the only team, or one of two teams, or three teams, that have conceded only one goal or less from corners this year. And to me, it's because of Sanchez. Sanchez, the amount of catches he does, it's his stupid ADHD moments that he wants to rush out randomly, or like he wants to play a risky pass that have fucked him up. Overall, as a shot stopper, as a guy that claims high balls, Sanchez is elite. But, like, again, I still think we need a goalkeeper that's imposing. Jorgensen is a keeper that needs to bulk up. He looks like De Gea when he first came into United, like under Ferguson. Skinny keepers like Kepa, for example, too. You can be as athletic and as good on the ball as you want, as agile, as good as reaction. You can't make it in the Premier League with that size, man. The Premier League is still the Premier League. It has its principles of being physical. You can't transform the league fully. It's not gonna ever happen.
I mean, you guys have two tough games against Brighton and Aston Villa.
But to be fair,
Brian is not a tough
I
team.
think Brighton's a team, in my opinion, that plays into our hands. That team plays with no midfield, man. Like, I'm okay with that. I think that one will dominate. Villa, you don't know what you get with them. They're inconsistent, but we're away from home.
But then you have Southampton, Leicester. So
Well, it's Brighton back-to-back, so they'll have fun.
Brighton back-to-back, yeah. But
Wait, you
my
guys have a
club- my club-
Southampton Leicester game. Damn, I need Palmer there.
Palmer, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But what's it called? Also, like, I've had it with Colwell. I used to defend him last season, and I do attribute, by the way, a lot of Colwell's like lack of development on Pochettino. He played him as a left back for a full 38 games last year. This guy's a center back. He treated him like fucking Caliaforia and this guy's. He is not. This guy could have spent the season learning from Thiago Silva, but you spent the season playing him at left back, and you halted his progress.
That mistake, was it really about even left back? Because it was like such a weak.
No, but I'm talking about his overall game. It was on his weaker
General,
foot.
yeah.
Like, yeah, there's no excuse for that. Don't worry, don't get me wrong. There's no excuse for that. It was pathetic. But, like, his overall game, man, Colwell, to me, I still genuinely think maybe, I hope, in like 5 or 6 years, he will be elite. He can reach that level. But bring experience next to him, man. I don't see any club in the world playing with children in the back, yo. These are children. It doesn't make sense to me.
Toasted?
Okay, the one experienced guy in our team is fucking shit. I'm better than him at center back, by the way. Me? And the only thing Tosin has on me is height, by the way. I don't know if you know that. That's- I'm a
I
better
think
ball
that's
player. I probably have better position than him. I will not get spun. So
this guy is
he's a
fucking this
bum,
one.
man. But I won't lie to you.
Not
He comes
experience
up.
is needed.
Experience is needed. But yo, Tosin comes up with one or two humongous blocks every game. And this game, in the 80th minute, or not, no, 90th minute maybe, he made the most humongous block. It was going in. Kudus from 6 yards. This guy put his body on the line. He'll do that once a game, which is why I cannot hate on him too much. But he's still a bum. He's just a little bit of a level up on Disasi. That's it.
Yeah, I do agree with you. Kowa needs someone beside him, and he deserves that. A lot of center backs, they don't like even Kabarsi. You know, he had
Exactly.
Inigo Martinez
Yeah,
beside him.
exactly. Experience.
And you need experience beside the young kids, and that's how he develops too. And like, do not put all the pressure on him because right now he's a better center back than Tosin.
Yes.
So
He's
you
supposed
know,
to be
it
the
puts
leader.
pressure on him.
And by the way, people expect him. People don't understand what experience are. They're like, "What do you mean by experience? Age? No, you dumbass. You understand game management. You understand when to calm it down or when to actually be aggressive on like there's stuff that comes in naturally. Like when you work at a specific job or a role for a year or two, you learn shortcuts, right? This is what these guys learn. They learn shortcuts around what to do, how to be efficient on the field. That's it. That's what experience means.
Yeah, same with what you just said with the left back thing. Like, oh, Kowa playing left back, even though like he could play center back. Little things that maybe center back needs to do.
Yes.
He just didn't. He didn't have the experience last year.
It's a full season of not learning, unfortunately.
Yeah, not learning and learning something completely different.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I know it's just left back to center back, but it is a big difference of the roles. What you have to do.
And I do want to say something, by the way. Remember last week I was saying how Joao Felix is the most technical player in the squad over Cole Palmer. And by the way, huh?
He didn't come on.
He left.
He was sent out on loan.
He went to AC Milan for loan.
Oh yeah. Wait, where?
AC Milan.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Oh my god.
By the way, you should see. Apparently, the deal we did it for like two reasons: financial fair play, because we were desperate to sell Gallagher, and to sell him we had to buy Felix because there's no trades in fucking football anymore. And number two is because they wanted to, like, our board. Listen to this funny shit. They wanted to have a good relationship with what's his agent's name? That fucking big guy, Portuguese. I forget what his name is.
Mendes?
Yeah, Mendes. Whatever his name is, something Mendes. It's because he has a lot of connections in Portugal, and Chelsea want to buy a club in the Portuguese league. Take that in. Anyways,
What am I hearing? And I cannot believe you got loaned out. 5 million loan fee. Wow.
Oh, by the way, again, that's why when people talk about Chelsea spending money, I laugh because I'm like, by the way, we are sending out players having their whole salary covered, getting a loan fee for only which is half a season. Like Disasi, we got like a 4 or 5 million for him. Joao Felix, 4 or 5 million. Their salary is being covered. But apart from that, we're not fuck the business side. I don't give a fuck if it's a successful business side. You bought a football club, treat it like a football club. But and what's it called? So what I'm saying is, again, like Palmer, unfortunately, he needs to start finding a way. Again, I can't blame him. He's a young kid and a young team. And people want to compare him to Saka or not Saka. I still think he's more efficient than Saka. The numbers will speak. But the issue is, Palmer is there. Saka is there with a bunch of experienced players around him. They know how to manage a game. They know how to do this. Palmer, everything is on his shoulder. Yo, run back, track back defensively. Yo, press for us, create for us, and score for us.
Dictate the game for us.
Dictate the game. Like that's not fair. But like, unfortunately, he does need to, like, if this is the way direction Chelsea's heading, then you need to unfortunately speed up your progress and development and learn how to do it. And last thing. Yo, generally, wallah azim, today I cussed at every single player and their mothers and Enzo, like Enzo Maresca. The only player I would genuinely just find myself not cussing at is Enzo Fernandez. Today, again, he was not good. I'm not gonna say he was good on the ball, but this guy, what you ask of him, he does. He was there in the box to get that shot with Neto got the rebound off of, okay, which Palmer should have been in that position. And then he was in our box defending, winning headers, making clearances, being composed in our own box. This is and I said honestly, you don't win a World Cup by luck. You win a World Cup because you have a fucking brain. You know?
I'm a midfielder.
Yeah. Our team doesn't have that.
I can see that.
Enzo fights, man. I cannot hate this guy because he fights. Like him and Caicedo are just dogs. I love that.
Yeah. I'm actually like Caicedo's growing on me a lot.
Yeah, man. This guy is.
I liked him today a lot too.
Yeah. But
thank God you guys won. I mean, West Ham at home, man. That's not an excuse. You cannot win. You cannot not win this game.
You cannot, lose. That's the one thing. Honestly, like no one, even Chelsea fans, are going to think of this game. Honestly, now that it's done, it's just something you couldn't drop points because honestly, looking under us in the table, it is dangerous for the top four race.
Dangerous. I'm telling you, this game was not like this game had to be at 3 points. I
to
was
be
never confident
actually.
going into it, to be honest. But oh,
It had to
also,
be because
yo,
you build momentum.
our fans are such idiots. Today, Nkunku comes on, and by the way, Nkunku is actually like, what a guy. If I'm him, if I even if say you come on because you're professional, why putting in a shift? That guy put on a shift. He spent the whole January transfer window being linked with moves away. Today comes on and actually comes on, and you see the brain that he has. He was slowing down everything. He was like playing some passes, sticking to the corner flag, and the fans are fucking sighing in the stadium. We're 2-1 up, you fucking donkeys. You shit yourselves week in, week out, wanting to win a game and complain about man or game management. But then Nkunku
Game
comes, puts
management.
his foot on the ball, and you want to fucking sigh? Fuck all of you.
I don't get the mentality. You want to win.
Stupid,
That's all you really want.
stupidity.
Oh, but Nkunku off the bench, I really hope Nkunku, man, like, gets his potential. Because I like the concept of Nkunku, but
See, man, I
I
like
don't know if I like him.
like, honestly, when he played today, he played in his position right, and he played off of Margu. Like he works so well with the target man. Like I saw again, I'm like, hey, this is Nkunku. But like, how, I don't know, man. I don't. I personally, I am honest. I did give up on him 100%. But I
Yeah.
think Enzo Maresca is doing this to us. Like, unfortunately, Enzo Maresca is making his whole system and philosophy that he loves. He's making it more important than the players he has. And in my opinion, a top manager, you use the players you have to their potential. You don't force them into your system to win games.
But,
Because
like,
what if you
what do you have to change?
well, you cannot play this style of football that his style of football is clearly this whole like narrow fullbacks and wide midfielders. But you cannot
Mm,
play that with people that are not direct, that are not goal scoring wingers. Our most threatening winger is Madueke, and he misses shots for fun. Like, he shoots a lot, but he misses. Like with our
yeah.
team, I don't know what kind of football we need to play, but at the very least, let us have one overlapping fullback because those are the fullbacks we have. Kukureya and Malo Gusto are overlapping fullbacks. They are not fullbacks that you need to invert in the middle. Like that's not how they function. And this is why the team is not playing at full capacity. This team has so much more to give, but we're not giving it. It's literally he's holding some players back, and it's on him. It's on him. How he's
Cucurella inverts
managing,
heavy, man.
huh?
Heavy.
What is?
Cucurella inverts heavily.
Yeah,
Heavy.
oof.
Yeah.
And the thing is, honestly, the only reason he's doing it well is because this guy has a brain. Like his genuine IQ, like of actually understanding of where he is, it's really good. That's the only reason Maresca is actually escaping with this. If he had another left back like Chilwell, which is why he froze him out, a guy that's only like one dimensional and only wants to go up and down, we would have been cooked this year. Like we would have finished same position as last year. He's kind of lucky that he has some decent players that he's coaching. But again, your philosophy or your structure, your system cannot be more important than the players you have. Your system needs to be based around the players you have. You can't just like be like, this is the football I want to play. You either fit in or you don't. You know?
They should try the Palmer thing you said on the right.
Yeah,
Like, they
man.
should try that. To
But
be
he's
honest.
not. That's what I mean, Ziad. He's not because Palmer. This guy likes wingers that want to dribble. Palmer doesn't necessarily want to dribble. He wants to get away from his man and
Mm,
create. You know?
yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
Let's see. Big games coming up. Top four race is really tight.
it
Like,
is.
look at Chelsea and to Bournemouth, even to Aston Villa. It's tight. Obviously, I don't count Aston Villa as competition, but listen, you got to respect Newcastle, Bournemouth right now. And City could take some, wins over the next few weeks and, get top four. I honestly, listen, it's going to be so tight. But man, do I see City missing top four? Maybe Nottingham Forest, I guess.
you know what's
out of it,
crazy is
but-
Do you so say it again about what'd you say about Forest?
So I'm saying, like, I can only see, Chelsea and City making it together,
Mm-hmm.
or City and Nottingham Forest. To be honest, I don't
The
see.
thing is, it's weird with this season because fifth could potentially still make it, but we'll see how that goes. Honestly, it's just safe to try to make top four.
So
but
here's the
I
only
thing.
if like an English team wins the Champions League. No?
Yeah.
No,
No, because the coefficient
I think,
ratings
it's based
now.
on it's based on their performances
Yeah.
overall.
Mm.
But
Like if they go deep, they will.
Ziad, I'll be honest. Like I've been saying this all season. I do believe we're gonna make Champions League, and I do still think Nottingham Forest will fall off. Especially, Man City is still in Champions League. Man City will get out to Madrid, and then they're gonna have focus on one thing only, and it's gonna be the league. And
The league, yeah.
like this season reminds me of that one season. We had Sorry, and he made top four, and it's not like he made top four because he was elite. It's because fifth I think it was Arsenal maybe. Arsenal was struggling. Like when we drop points, Arsenal were dropping points. This reminds me of this year with Newcastle and Aston Villa and Bournemouth. Whoever you want to say is a threat to us, they're not a threat. Like to me, the only threat is going to be Nottingham Forest, and I still think we're going to finish above them. I don't see a world where Chelsea don't finish top four. And again, it's not because I trust my team or think we're elite. It's like just the shit quality of the teams around us. That's all.
Mm. Let's see. It's gonna be a race.
But it's definitely gonna be
it is.
exciting for sure. It'll always be exciting
Yeah.
because us, City, and Newcastle, whatever you want to talk about, are fucking garbage.
Listen, the next league game for City is Newcastle. So that's going to be a big game.
Oh shit! Wow, fucking top four, big game for a top four. Embarrassing.
But unfortunately, we have a FA Cup weekend, so
But
we won't
City
get that
play,
until mid-February.
City play Madrid in February 11th. That's closer than I thought, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to talk about that, but it's on a different day because I can't believe we're doing it this early. Fucking round of 16 City, Real Madrid. It just,
Hilarious.
to me, it doesn't. Oh, sorry, round of 32, no?
30. Is it 32? 32. It is, yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
New Year, same teams face each other. Somehow, Madrid City. It's like your typical Arsenal Bayern.
But this early is so embarrassing.
I wanna, yeah, this early, yeah, exactly. I want both teams to be, man, further, man. Play some dog shit team and just wipe them. Not even wipe them, even struggle, and now.
Listen, Barca and Liverpool have potentially an easy route to the final. At least to the semis, possibly.
Give me Liverpool in the finals. Oh my lord. Let's beat them. Let's beat them. Your mom, get your first Champions League. 18 years old.
Ziad.
Apparently we don't exist. Saka's
No,
lifting
Wassim.
the Champions League 2025.
You guys are not winners. I'm sorry.
Wassim.
Yo, save money because if we're in the finals, we're all flying to Germany.
It's in Germany? Where?
Yeah,
Do you know
You
where?
know where?
by Allianz Arena.
Munich, damn.
No way.
Yo, you know what we
Yeah,
should
what's
do? Listen. Even if you don't go to the stadium, imagine going to a fan zone. That shit would
Yeah,
still be
exactly.
fun.
That'd be nuts. Especially, to be honest, if we have like two of our teams playing.
Yeah,
Like,
oh
if
my
Barcelona, If
god.
Barcelona Arsenal play, I would love to watch that.
Oh my goodness.
But I will never get a finals I want. I know. That's never gonna happen.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
I've been watching so many finals in the past few years. I just never get them.
If my club plays in a final, I'm sitting in a dark room alone.
No.
Wassim.
Wassim, honestly, you should go. You should go for sure. Like, definitely you should
This is
go.
never gonna happen
'Cause
again.
Maybe it's once in a lifetime, exactly.
Yeah.
2006.
I will live in the streets.
No.
Wassim.
I wanted to say something about Barcelona. I'm not talking about the game, but man, Yamal is again unbelievable. I just want to shout him out. He's unreal.
No,
He
yeah.
won't be better than Messi. He won't be near Messi, but the way he is as a player, he's just different, and he's amazing.
Yeah, no. Listen,
It was a good week for you. Madrid also choked.
Yeah.
I watched
Espanyol.
that game, the Madrid game. They missed some
Yeah,
big
crazy.
chances, man.
They
But
did, yeah, and Ancelotti blamed the ref. I don't know why, but
yo.
we'll take that.
When Madrid, like when Perez or Ancelotti or whoever comes out and blames the ref as a Madrid, like as an institution, Madrid, it's hilarious to me. What do you like?
I know they always do
It's
that.
hilarious. But yo, what's it called? Man, Lamar is, to me, why he's insane is because like controlling the game from the right wing is fucking nuts. By the way,
Yeah.
you're a right winger. You're dominating the game from the right wing is crazy. It's actually
Trust
nuts.
me, he's like Salah, man. Like every time he gets the ball, he does something. Like,
Yeah, but you know
something
what?
is up.
He genuinely, I'll tell you now, he has potential to be better than Salah, and that's because he has that side of his game where he's actually a really good dribbler, man.
Exactly.
You know?
I was gonna say, you know how we talk about the like you either aesthetic or
Yeah.
your
Lamar has
efficient?
both.
He's both. Exactly.
And he's
both.
only gonna get
and
better.
The kid's 17, and this guy, man, I can already see the cockiness in his face. I swear.
Oh,
to
yeah,
God.
same,
I was
same.
talking to the players.
Same.
Like
Like,
at 21, oh my!
To
I
me,
can't even imagine
you know
what
that
he's
one
like.
dribble where he went, then I think he missed it like right next to the post from outside when he curled it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
When he like the way he jogged back, he's like, man, fuck, how did I miss that? Like, yo, that mentality to me, it's over. He's gonna take over.
Even when we scored, he hit a nice volley. I think he was trying to shoot it.
Yeah,
But then Lewandowski tapped it in.
yeah.
Like the ability to hit that and then his celebration after.
No,
Like,
man.
Man, I love my team. I love my team.
I generally
much.
always think. I mean, sorry, I always forget he's 17. Like I only remember he's 17. Ziad, wallah, when you mention it here. To me, Lamal's
Yeah.
19, 20. It's crazy.
100%.
It's
But
crazy.
the thing is, his passing is so like he's really good at passing,
Yes.
and I think that's one of his biggest strengths.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's tall, he can dribble, and man, people don't understand. Like I watched Messi in his peak. So when I say 17-year-old Messi doesn't touch the
No.
Yamal, right? Like I think
No.
Yamal's way better at 17, but I do not see that little like quick pace. He just doesn't have that. So I think that might hurt him in the future. Again, he could be one of the greatest, top 10, top 20, whatever. But I just don't see him
But
passing
yo,
Messi, and
also
that's fine.
Messi's ability to, like, people bounced off Messi. That's a trait in
Yeah,
itself.
yeah. And that was he was really good at that when he was young too.
Also, for
Yeah.
Lamar, um, I think he has a shot at the Ballon d'Or if Barca win the Champions League.
And we listen. If we go to the finals, maybe he gets top assister. Maybe Premier La Liga. Maybe we get it. I can see him being top three,
Yeah,
and I think he'd be the youngest top three in history.
That's
If Salah
disgusting.
doesn't win this, it's going to be criminal. There should be no discussion about this one, to be honest.
honestly, yeah.
Oh,
But
okay, I agree, but what if they win Premier League and he gets top score, but Champions League they flop,
But
or they
Ziad,
get knocked out.
again, like what Salah is doing is not normal. Like people, like it's just he's. I think I forgot what the stat was. I think he's the only player in the Premier League now. I don't want to say it wrong, but like it was some stupid stat in terms of getting 20, like 10 plus goals and assists in how like 8 consecutive years or some stupid number, some stupid
Listen,
number.
I'm not saying I wouldn't vote for him because I would. I think he's Ballon d'Or, but come on, you know the fucking voters about Champions League and how obsessed they are with it. Because once you get to semifinals and finals,
Yeah,
people are starting to decide, okay, who's the winner.
but
So I do agree
I
with you.
agree. But like man, I do have a fear Salah won't win it, and I'm telling you, man, it
It
has
will
nothing
win.
to do with football, man. He's a Muslim Arab. To
Probably,
them,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
humongous. This is a global award. This is
Yo,
something everyone in the world
I
knows
actually want
about.
him to win it. I want him to win it so badly. That'd be so sick.
Yeah, man.
So
Like,
sick.
but like, I don't know. Does he win it or no? I'm
Yeah.
surprised, by the way. George Weah, whatever year that was, 70s or 80s, he actually got a Ballon d'Or as an African, like as a black African, by
Mm.
the way.
Yeah, he
So
must have been insane.
I don't know how he got that, but I don't know, man.
Yo,
Salah honestly winning it is huge for Arabs and Muslims. Like, and
yeah.
but again, I have that fear of them not giving it to him for that reason.
No, I think they go to semifinals, even pushes quarterfinals. Maybe they get knocked out by a good team. He wins it for sure. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's undisputed too because no one else is performing at that level or
Legit.
consistency.
The
No one,
consistency,
even like
yes.
yeah, no one La Liga, even Mbappe wouldn't win it. Vinicius, no. Yamal, I would not give it to him yet. Like depending on what happens
The
again in the
Rafinha shouts
league.
are funny, by the way.
Thing is, with Yamal, I feel like they can also go the easier and just give the Young Player of the Year award. So like he
Yeah,
won't leave with nothing. He
yeah.
won't
You
leave
know
with
what?
nothing.
True.
Yeah. No,
You
Rafinha, nah. Like Rafinha, again, he's been amazing, but again, Salah has been way better.
wasn't there a stretch of like a month or two where Rafinha barely did anything?
Killed it.
No, but like
Oh yeah,
in the beginning of the season, yeah, but like there was a period in the middle, I think, around the before the break you guys had, where like he just went quiet,
yeah. He
right?
wasn't as good, and then he came back, and then he was just scoring and
But no,
assisting
yeah,
every
don't get
game.
me wrong, man. Rafinha's a top player. Like you guys have an
Yeah,
insane team right now.
yeah. It was, he'd probably be top five, but I don't know about like winning the whole thing. But it's a lot. But yo, listen, it's 12:13.
Oh
I'm
damn.
done. We talked for an hour 13 minutes, and yeah. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have different snippets of what we talked about for Arsenal City because I think that deserves its own video, and then for Chelsea and for all the other games we had. So if you want to just check that out, you're in the end of the episode, so you don't care about that. But thank you so much for watching, and we'll be coming back this week before the next weekend, and we're gonna do a Champions League recap before the game start. Or our predictions, actually. We'll do a Champions League predictions. That'd be fun,
Yeah,
to be honest.
yeah.
Yeah. And I want to do I want to do verses. We're gonna do a series called Verses. And the
Yeah.
first one for both Namnam and Wasim, it's gonna be Saka against Palmer because Namnam said a
Sheesh.
couple things today that I think Wasim would want to argue. So I
I,
want to
I
see.
was unmoved.
Yeah, I know.
Wasim, time to focus on getting out of the hospital, by the way.
I think of the Tom and Jerry meme where Tom puts the blanket over his head. That was me.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you want to. Please subscribe. Please, let's grow our subscriber count and like and comment. Thank you so much and peace.
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 Okay, pause.